Hello everyone. In back video, we can study the chemical energetics part first. In the part first, we have studied the what is meant by the thermodynamics, means it is the branch of the chemistry which can be deals with the quantitative relationship between heat and energy. It is called as the thermodynamics. Then we can study some concept which is related to a thermodynamics, such as the system, surrounding, universe, as well as the type of the system. There are the different types of a system: open system, closed system, isolated system, homogeneous, heterogeneous system, as well as the macroscopic system. Now today we have studied the next part of this chemical energetics, that is the thermodynamics properties. There are the two types of the thermodynamics property. One, it is the extensive property, and another one, it is the intensive property. The extensive property means those property of the system which depends upon the amount of substance present is called as the extensive property. For example, mass, volume, energy, entropy, etc. are the extensive property. Means this property depends upon the how much amount of substance or matter present in the system. It is called as the extensive property. Then our next property, it is the intensive property. Those property of the system which does not depends upon the how much amount of matter present in the system, it is called as the intensive property. For example of the intensive property, it is the temperature, pressure, viscosity, density, surface tension, etc. are the intensive property. Here suppose we take a boiling point of the water. If we take a 10 ml of the water, the boiling point also 100 degrees Celsius. If we take a 1000 ml of water, then boiling point of the water, it is also 100 degree Celsius. Means the temperature of the system, it is the intensive property, because it does not depends upon the how much amount of matter or substance present in our system. It is called as the intensive property. These are the some examples of the extensive and intensive property. Here the intensive property like the boiling point, color, temperature, luster, hardness of the compound, it is the intensive property. While the volume of the compound, mass, size, weight, length, these are the extensive property. Then state function. There are the two types of a function. One, it is the state function, and another one, it is the path function. State function means the function which depends upon the initial state and final state of the system. It is called as the state function. While the path function means the function which does not depends upon the initial state and final state of the system, but it depends upon the only the path of the system. It is called as the path function. There are the entropy, here the entropy, enthalpy, internal energy. Here the entropy, enthalpy, internal energy, these are the state function, means it depends upon the initial and final state only. For example, if we take the here entropy, then at that time suppose we consider a entropy. Entropy, it is denoted by the symbol S. Therefore, the entropy, it is denoted by the symbol S, and it is the state function, means it depends upon the initial state and final state of the system. Therefore, the difference delta S, it is denoted by the system S2, means entropy of the system at the final state minus the entropy of the system to the initial state. It is called as the state function, means it depends upon the initial and final state of the system. While in path function, the work W and Q, it is the heat. These two are the path function only. Then these are the path function, means which depends upon the path of the system, and this is the state function. It is only depends upon the final and initial state of the system. Then the thermodynamic process, there are the different types of a process, out of which first one it is the isothermal process. The process, it is said to be isothermal process. The temperature of the system remains constant, it is called as the isothermal process. Means for the isothermal process, the temperature as well as the internal energy remains a constant, it is called as the isothermal process. Then our next process, it is the adiabatic process. In case of a adiabatic process, no heat is absorbed or evolved, means no heat is enters or leaving to the system, it is called as the adiabatic process. For the adiabatic process, here the Q is equal to 0, means total heat of the system is remains constant. Then our next process, it is the isochoric process. Isochoric process means the process in which the volume of the system is remains constant, it is called as the isochoric process. For isochoric process, delta V is equal to 0. Then another process, it is the isobaric process. For the isobaric process, the pressure of the system remains constant, it is called as the isobaric process, that is delta P is equal to 0. Means for isochoric process, volume remains constant, and for isobaric process the pressure remains constant. Then next process, it is the cyclic process. In the cyclic process, it consists of two or more intermediate steps, means the systems convert from one step to the another steps, means three or more steps, and again come it into the original steps, it is called as the cyclic process. Means systems contains 1, 2, 3, 4 process and cycles or the intermediate steps, and again it comes to its initial stage, it is called as the cyclic process. For this cyclic process, the internal energy, enthalpy, it remains a constant. Then next one, it is the isentropic process. Isentropic process means the process in which the entropy of the systems remains constant, it is called as the isentropic process. Here the entropy of the system remains constant. Then our another process, it is the reversible process. The reversible process means the process in which driving as well as the opposing force almost equal, then it is called as the reversible process. Means this reversible process, it is the slow process and it required a infinite time for the completion. Means for the reversible process, it required a this type of a driving, means this is the driving force and this is the opposing force, both are in equal form, then it is called as the reversible process. This process, it is a slow process and it requires infinite time. Generally some natural process are the reversible process and it required a more time for the completion, it is called as the reversible process. Then our next process, it is the irreversible process. These are the reversible process. Here if we consider the example of a water and ice, here if water it is the freezing, then we get a ice, after heating we get a water, means it is the reversible process, both form are the interconvertible with each other. Then the another process, it is the irreversible process. For the irreversible process, the driving force, it is the greater than the opposing force, means it is the one direction process, it is called as a irreversible process. Such a process, it is a definite direction, it requires a finite time for the completion, means all natural process are the irreversible process. These are the some examples of the irreversible process such as the heating. If we take heating any raw egg, it is cooked, then it is not converted again into the original eggs. Then another example when it is the mixing. If some components are mixed with each other, then it cannot be separated. Then burning. Then if one of the paper it is burned, then it again not come to the in its original form. That means it is the irreversible process. This is the example of the eggs, means it is not a reversible process because it is not a possible, comes to its original steps. These are the difference between the reversible and irreversible process. In reversible process, it is a infinitely slowly process, while the irreversible process are the rapid process. Then at any stage, the equilibrium is not disturbed in case of a reversible process. Equilibrium is not disturbed means driving and opposing force both are equal quantity, while in case of a irreversible process, the equilibrium may be exist only after the completion of a process. Then the third point of this difference, it required a infinite time for the completion, while the in irreversible process finite time for the completion. Here in reversible process we get a maximum work done, while in case of a irreversible process we get a here the minimum in a work done it is the obtained. These are the basic difference between the reversible process. Means here it required a it is the slowly process, it is the fast process. Means the reversible process it is the slow process, while the irreversible process it is the fast process. While it require a infinite time, it require a finite time for the completion, and these are the basic difference between the reversible and irreversible process. Thank you all of you. Thank you.